Many technology and car enthusiasts have probably wondered, which engine is the best, most reliable, and practical in terms of fuel efficiency to power ratio? German, Japanese, or maybe American? Just 30 years ago, it was believed that the larger the engine, the better. But over time, this trend has changed. And today, engine displacement no longer tells the whole story. The modern trend in the automotive industry is reducing engine size while maintaining power. This has become possible thanks to the use of turbochargers, which allow for lower fuel consumption while increasing engine power. In today's world, this is very relevant, especially with constantly rising fuel prices. Moreover, an engine must have good durability and repairability. Many have likely heard stories from mechanics about indestructible engines that are opened up after millions of kilometers, yet still look brand new inside. Today, we will look at the most reliable and practical engines that have proven themselves over time. It's worth noting that this list is far from complete. It includes the most well-known, mass-produced engines, and it could be expanded significantly, as automakers have created many masterpieces of engineering over the past few decades. Diesel engines are traditionally considered the most reliable. Diesels are chosen by those who need to drive a lot, meaning the engine operates under optimal conditions. Additionally, older generations of diesel engines have relatively simple designs and good durability. One example is the family of 5-cylinder engines with 2 valves per cylinder and a mechanical high-pressure fuel pump from Bosch. These engines rightfully hold the title for mileage, resilience to harsh conditions, and the number of vehicles still on the road. They were produced from 1985 to 2002 and were not known for high power, 90 to 130 horsepower. But this was optimal for reliability and fuel efficiency. These engines can be found in the legendary Mercedes 124 body, as well as the W201, G-Class SUVs, T1, and Sprinter vans, and even later, W210 models. Many examples have surpassed 500,000 kilometers, with some reaching 2 million kilometers. If the fuel system and auxiliary equipment are well maintained, the engine's design will not fail. Quote, Bavarian engines are no less impressive. Take the BMW M57, for example. These inline 6-cylinder diesel engines are not only incredibly reliable but also very spirited. This turbocharged diesel engine won the Engine of the Year award in the 2.5 to 3-liter category from 1999 to 2002, with its modifications winning in 2005, 2006, and 2009. The power of these engines ranged from 201 to 286 horsepower. They were produced from 1998 to 2008 and installed in most Bavarian models of that decade, from the 3 Series to the 7 Series. The M57 had a legendary predecessor, the M51 family, produced from 1991 to 2000. Serious failures are rare and usually due to owner negligence. A mileage of 500,000 kilometers without repairs is common for these engines. Now, let's move on to gasoline engines. They are more popular than diesel engines because gasoline doesn't freeze in winter, and winters in many regions can be harsh. Plus, gasoline engines are simpler in design. The honor of opening the list goes to the legendary Toyota 3S FE, a representative of a respected series known for its reliability and simplicity. This engine is the reason behind the legends of indestructible Japanese cars from the 90s. With a 2-liter displacement, 4 cylinders, and 16 valves, it was typical for mass-produced engines of that era. It was produced from 1986 to 2000, with power ranging from 128 to 140 horsepower. It was installed in a range of Toyota models, including the Celica, Carina, Corona, Avensis, and RAV4. Mechanics praise its ability to withstand high loads and poor maintenance. With proper care, these engines can reach 500,000 kilometers without major repairs. Quote, Another legendary Japanese engine is the Mitsubishi 4G63. The first versions appeared in 1982, and licensed copies and successors are still produced today. The latest versions of this engine were installed in the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution until 2006. The 4G63 family found its way under the hoods of not only Mitsubishi vehicles, but also Hyundai and Kia models. Only naturally aspirated versions are considered million-mile engines, though turbocharged versions can also have impressive longevity. The Honda D-Series engines are another Japanese family, with over a dozen variants ranging from 1.2 to 1.7 liters. They were produced from 1984 to 2005, with the most reliable being the 1.5 to 1.6 liter versions. Power reached up to 130 horsepower, with red lines at 7,000 RPM. These engines were installed in the Honda Civic, HR-V, Accord, and Acura Integra. A lifespan of 500,000 kilometers before a major overhaul is considered excellent. Closing the list of excellent and simple four-cylinder engines is the Opel X20SE, a representative of European engineering. This engine became famous for often outlasting the cars it was installed in. Its simple design, 8 valves, and timing belt are the secrets to its longevity. Power ranged from 114 to 130 horsepower. These engines were produced from 1987 to 1999 and installed in models like the Opel Kadett, Astra, Vectra, and Omega. Moving on to V8 engines, they are not typically known for extreme longevity, but there are exceptions. For example, the BMW M60. This engine earned its reputation for reliability thanks to its dual-row timing chain, nickel silicon cylinder coating, and robust design. It was produced from 1992 to 1998 and installed in the BMW 5 and 7 series. Inline-6 engines also deserve attention. For example, the Toyota 1JZ-GE and 2JZ-GE. These 2.5 and 3-liter engines earned their legendary status thanks to their excellent durability and spirited performance. They were produced from 1990 to 2007 and installed in the Toyota Mark II, Supra, Crown, as well as the Lexus IS 300 and GS 300. The BMW M30 is another iconic inline-6. Its history began in 1968, and it was produced until 1994. Power ranged from 150 to 220 horsepower. Its design was simple: a cast-iron block, chain-driven timing, and a 12-valve aluminum cylinder head. Mileages of over 500,000 kilometers without major repairs were common. In conclusion, the reliability of any engine largely depends on operating conditions. Even the most reliable mechanism can fail due to owner negligence, such as forgetting to change the oil or check its level. Modern market conditions dictate their own rules, and while engines designed decades ago should theoretically become even more reliable, this trend seems to be reversing. Today, the repair and spare parts market is a major source of income for automakers.